Andrea, pharmacist. Um, this is going to be amazing. I was just totally blown away by this video I saw. I'm going to try to explain it in a nutshell. It was called the Earthing Movie Documentary. It's about an hour and 15 minutes, worth the watch. So I'm going to try to explain it briefly in a nutshell, what it's all about. Okay, the Earth has a negative charge. Okay? We as beings are supposed to be walking around in a neutral state. But if we get in contact with EMFs, toxins, bacterias, your body has a beautiful immune system when functioning properly, where if you have a toxin or something foreign, your body's immune system attacks it. When it attacks this, you get a release of free radicals, and it's a positive charge, or you're in an oxidative state. You might have heard that. So in this inflammatory response, this is now a positive charge. So this damaged cell steals an electron from a healthy cell. So now this cell's damaged. And it's like this chain reaction that just keeps going, because then this one's going to steal an electron from a healthy cell again. And over time, this is chronic inflammation. And you may not even know what's happening, because a lot of people have silent inflammation. And then in their 40s, they start going downhill because this chronic inflammation is just taking a toll on you. So unless there's some sort of outside force to neutralize this chain reaction of inflammation just keeps going. Make sense? So the Earth with the negative charge, if you stand on the Earth with your bare feet, I'm talking the grass or the sand, the electrons just saturate your system and neutralizes all the free radicals, and the inflammation goes down. But then, and this is where I'm like, oh boy. In 1960, the worst thing happened to our health. The invention of the rubber-soled shoe. So what those shoes did, and you know everybody had them, they pushed, you got to have your tennis shoes. The rubber soles blocks the Earth's electrons from healing you. It's like God gave you the Earth to heal us, and then it got blocked. So, you know how my mind just automatically thinks, was that on purpose? I don't know. That's just me. I digress. Anyway, in this video, because I'm like thinking, that is so crazy, I can't even hardly believe that. The gentleman in the video who grew up around the American Indians, a tribe, they used the Earth all the time to heal them. If somebody got sick, they made a hole and they put the person in the Earth, and this always fascinated him. And then as he became an adult, he started thinking, we aren't getting grounded. And that's what the Indians that he lived with, that's what they did. They used the Earth to heal them. So he started looking into, I got to find studies or research on this, because he wanted to understand it more. And he couldn't find anywhere. He went to a couple of universities. They laughed at him like he was crazy. He found one university, a professor said, I will do the study with you because I think you're crazy and I'm going to try to prove you wrong. So they took a group of patients that had chronic inflammation. They all had a chronic disease of some sort. And they did thermal imaging. This is science, where you see all the red and the yellows and the blues, and they were just red. They had tons of red. Red indicates inflammation. So these people were filled with inflammation that caused them down the road here to have some sort of chronic disease. And so they did the before. Then these people were doing grounding. In this movie, it said it only took 15 minutes to get your whole body saturated. So after they did the grounding, they did the thermal imaging after, and it was like phenomenal improvement. And I wouldn't have believed it had I not seen that. So I'm thinking, holy cow. We have something free that God gave us, and nobody is hardly out barefoot unless you're on vacation. And I'm sitting there thinking that's why we all feel so good when we go to the beach, because you're walking around all day long barefoot. Okay, so in this, these people all started getting their symptoms from their disease. They started having improvement. There was a woman on there with MS. She had horrible symptoms, spasms. She had severe depression. She was not doing well. She started doing the grounding, and her symptoms from the MS, they talked with her, they were drastically improved. They had children in a school district where the teachers started trying to do grounding for some of the children for ADHD, kids that are just bouncing off the walls, can't focus, behavior problems, the kids that, outbursts, just emotional problems. And they saw massive improvement in the classroom with these kids when they were grounded. They had like little mats. You can buy little mats, but the earth is free, but you can buy them. And I mean, there was just story after story after story. One woman was trying to get her child better who had severe asthma, so she would play in the yard with her, like on a little blanket, and little girls run around barefoot, and like I did when I was a kid. That's all I did, barefoot. Anyway, they all wear the shoes. The little girl got almost completely, she wasn't having to go to the hospital. I think she had gone one time in a year, and she used to be there every week or so, just with severe asthma attacks. The mother noticed, I've lost weight. This woman, the mother, lost 50 pounds just from being out on the earth with her child, like an added benefit. So anyway, it was just story after story. If you would like to watch the video, Earthing movie documentary. And since if you've seen my videos on watch the GMO, watch the what's in the lotion, all these things we're being hit with, you now need to get on the earth to start neutralizing and getting some, and it's going to take a little time because we've all been hit. I do this every day. We've all been hit with all these toxins, the EMFs, you got your cell phones, your devices, your TV, I mean everything. And it'll just ground you. And then by doing this, along with some of the other stuff, this is what I do all the time. This is how I live, because I know what's happening. And so, it's like I'm fighting for, it's survival of the fittest. I swear. But I just thought this would really help because it was just absolutely amazing to me. So anyway, that's my spiel on earthing. And I think I'm going to do the next one on all the food coloring in the food. So anyway, see ya.